The purpose of this video is to give you a quick overview of how the Shortcuts app works and gives you a very specific task that I think is helpful, and that is to create a seating chart on which you can take attendance. I'm going to start by working on my computer, and there's a link to the website below where you can create these seating charts online. It's very useful. It's very simple too. You just go in and add the number of seats per row. I like to have an aisleway in my room, so I click those seats so that they disappear. I will then show a stand for every chair, and you can go in, of course, and adjust that. You can then also go in and put specific names on it and name them however you want. You can color code things if you need to color code and have your freshmen one color, sophomores another color, students that are there on A days, students that are there on B days, however you want to do it. You can save it so that you can go back in and edit it. You can download it as a PDF. You can do whatever you want to do. For the purposes of this, we're going to download it as a PDF. I'm going to save it to a very specific folder in my Dropbox, but it can really be in any cloud service that you want to use as long as you remember where you keep it. Then we go into Shortcuts, which used to be called Workflow, and then Apple bought them and provided it free. And they have a whole library of pre-made ones, but here's a specific one. So we're going to create a new one, and up at the very left-hand corner, we're going to search for a function that's called getFile. We find the getFile function, and you click on it. Then you can see we can adjust which service. Like I said, we're going to use Dropbox, and we don't want to then open Dropbox and have to find it each time. We're going to give the specific path. I put this in my public folder, so it's /public/ and then the chart name, or the file name, in this case is chart.pdf. You just got to keep track of that when you save it so you know where it is, what it's called. Now that's only one part of this thing. We have to get the file, then we have to do something with it. So we're going to go back up to the top left and we're going to search for the open in function, and there it is, and we'll select it. And we want to set the specific app, so we're going to unclick that menu, otherwise it would give us every app we have. We're going to choose a specific app, in this case Notability. It's the note-taking app I like. And essentially that's it. Now it's going to open our file in Notability every time. So we will name it 10th period, pretend class. Then we will select what it calls a glyph and a color, just to make it stand out. And they've a few different choices for glyphs, nothing too specific for music, but it doesn't really matter for this case. And before we do anything else, we're going to test it out. So we'll hit done, and then there's a little play button at the top of the page, and we'll hit that and we'll watch it do its function. It's a little slow the first time because it's got to find things. It opens the file, and now it's going to open Notability automatically for me. I'm not doing any of this. And in this case, I'll tell it to create a new note, and we'll put it in our unfiled notes because I don't want to file with my actual attendance ones. And here it opens a brand new seating chart, which I can get my Apple Pencil out and mark on. And I can mark maybe a student who's absent, another student who might be absent. This student forgot their instrument, so I use the shorthand I to mark that they didn't have their instrument. This student's tardy, so I mark it with a T. And it allows me to keep track during class really easily. Right back to it and make an adjustment. A student comes in, change them from absent to tardy. All right, we're going to go back in, because what we're going to do is add the shortcut to our home screen. So we'll go back in, click on it, click Add to Home Screen, and just follow the instructions. Upper right-hand corner, tap on that little share icon. Then we scroll through the options here when we say Add to Home Screen, and then you tap Add, and then on our home screen will appear that icon, and it'll say 10th period, and I can, at the beginning of every class, hit it, and it will automatically open that PDF in Notability, and I can take notes right on it. As I mentioned, this is just one of the things that Shortcuts will do. You can go in and look at the library of some of the pre-made ones. You can really dig in, and maybe in the future we'll have the opportunity to look at some other ways where you could use this to make your life easier.